the Antifa is preparing for war. And if the American government can keep a blind eye towards this, pandemic, towards this, war that is constantly and rapidly stirring up, I'm telling you guys, hell will break loose because these individuals are heavily armed and dangerous. They are extremely malicious and vicious, and they're also prepared to harm and destroy anyone or anything that stands on their way and tries to stop them, from achieving their endeavors. And for those of you who don't have an idea of what exactly is the Antifa, don't worry, I got you. So essentially, the Antifa is a mixed group or cult of activists, essentially a combination of people from the LGBTQIA communities and, also immigrants from various countries. Their goal, their mission is to enforce their beliefs and, project it onto others, even though that means that it can eventually lead to violence, but they truly believe that change needs to take place and accommodate everybody. And I have to say that, their rallies and protests are completely, reasonable, but the problem is their approach. Their strategy is completely, out of control. They are burning government facilities. They are constantly, violating innocent people on the streets. They are just creating a lot of destruction and havoc in the country. And what's infuriating about their behavior is that they always intend to hurt, or harm, innocent, citizens that are not even part of their rally. So President Donald Trump recruited ICE agents to go to those, areas where those crimes were, taking place and try to defuse the situation. But that strategy didn't seem to work because the Antifa members were constantly, fighting the ICE agents left, right, and center. And that brutality even, ended up with a fatal incident where two ICE agent members, died in the hands of the Antifa members. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an alarming situation because these people, they don't seem to be stopping soon. Because according to, the incident that has, transpired ever since this, movement started, it's evident that they are not intending to stop anytime soon until their voices are being heard, until the government recognize, them and hear what they have to say. So they are making countless demands and they're willing to go an extra mile in order to, make their, ideologies and perspectives a success. And by my personal point of view, I think that what they are fighting for is completely reasonable. But the problem is the manner which they are approaching this whole situation in. You understand? So they could have, handled this whole situation in a different way. They could have, vocalized their complaints and proposals, in an intelligent way. Their violence and vicious behavior, according to my opinion, has ruined their whole entire mission, has ruined their whole entire, purpose. Because at this point, nobody will want to listen to what they get to say. So essentially, what was supposed to be an awareness, it has, surprisingly turned into a complete disaster. And the question that I'm curious about, the crucial question that I'm curious about is that will the Antifa's mission and goals become a success? Will they, accomplish their future endeavors? I don't know, but we'll get to find out. So let me hear what you guys has to say in the comment section. What are your, thoughts and perspective about this, whole turmoil? So guys, thank you for watching. My name is Johannes. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers.